Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to be organizing my SM binder, which will include Girls' Generation, Red Velvet, NCT, NCT 127, NCT Dream, WayV, and SuperM. So it's going to follow the same format as my last organization videos. So if you like those, hopefully you will like this one as well. But without further ado, let's just get started. All right, so we start with a binder, and this is the same binders I've been using for the last couple organization videos. But this time I also got a print of Lucas for Christmas. So I decided to put that on the front of my SM binder. And when we open it up, let's get started with the first group. So we'll put a cover page to start and a 9-pocket sleeve. All right, so the first group in this collection will obviously go in debut order. So it'll be Girls' Generation. And in Girls' Generation, I collected one member. This is like an OG K-pop group. I've been following K-pop since 2007, and Girls' Generation was the first group I've ever watched and fell in love with. So we're going to start this collection with Girls' Generation. So their first release that they ever had photo cards for, and I believe this is the first K-pop group to do so, correct me if I'm wrong, was for their second album, and this is O. So this this album came with a few cards. I only have one card, so I think it came with a selfie card, a rare selfie card with a white border, a unit card, and a group card. Something along those lines. So I have not decided how I'm going to do the layout because obviously I only have one card. So for now, we're going to pop in her nameplate, and we're going to keep the album image off to the side. Here is the photo card I do have, which is the regular selfie, and that we're just going to pop in the middle. Perfect. I will put 3 image slots at the top, or if I decide to collect the other cards for this album, I will put those at the top and an image on the bottom. But for now, this is it for O. And the next album they released with a photo card was for Hoot. So this one came with 2 photo cards. So that will go off to the side here, like so. And I will pop the photo cards in these clear sleeve first. And we'll go with that one in the middle, that one off to the side, and I will put 3 image slots there at a later date, but that is it for Hoot. The next album they released with a photo card was their third full album, The Boys. This one only came with 1 photo card, so I'm going to put the name slot in here. And they also released a repackaged album of this. And that also came with 1 photo card. So I decided to include both of them since they're from the same era, essentially, in this one page. So this is the Boys photo card, and this is Mr. Taxi, the repackaged album. So yeah, I'm just going to include those on the same page. So I'll pop in the Boys first, and Mr. Taxi second, and that is it for this page here. The next release was their 5th studio album, and that is Lionheart. And this one, pop in there, came with 2 photo cards, so I only have 1 at the moment, and this is the Lionheart version. So that will go there. The second photo card will go here, and I do have a filler slot for that one. So let's just find it. As you can see, this one's a little bit different than my other filler slots. These are the old ones. I decided to just reuse them. Don't want to waste paper, so once I get that photo card, it'll go in there. And again, 3 image slots at the top and bottom. The next album is Holiday Night, which was their last studio album before they took a break. Oh, I was about to put that in a non-existent 9 pocket safe. So we'll pop that inside there. This album also came with 2 photo cards. So I have one, and it's this one here. This one is, I don't know which version. So that'll go inside there. And I will pop in a filler slot for the other photo card. When that arrives, I will put that inside. And I'll have, again, 3 image slots at the top and bottom. All right, so the next release they had was a unit release called OGG, which was 5 members out of the 9 members. I don't remember how many photo cards come in the album, as I don't have any of them on hand at the moment. So for now, I just have the image and her nameplate, and when those cards do come in, I will put them in. And then the last page we have here for Girls' Generation is just special photo cards for Hyoyeon that I've collected over the years. I will go ahead and pop in this filler image first. And I do have a couple. They're mostly her Japanese photo cards. So we'll go ahead and put these in sleeves. And for now, we will just pop them at the top. So the top there are her Japanese photo cards from their first 3 singles. And then these 2 are from concert DVDs. All right, so that's it for Girls' Generation. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next group. And I will grab a divider page. So the next group that debuted for SM is Red Velvet. And in Red Velvet, I collect 1 member, which is Yeti. So let's go ahead and start. So for the first release, it is for Ice Cream Cake. Ice Cream Cake has 1 photo card. And so does their further releases, I guess. So I decided to put Ice Cream Cake, the red, the velvet, and I think I'm missing one. Russian roulette, maybe. So those all only had 1 photo card each per member. So to save on space, I decided to just put all 4 cards together. And then put a 3 image slot. So these are her Ice Cream Cake and the red. So we'll go ahead and do that up at the top. And then down here we will put her, actually let's take out the red and we'll do the velvet. And then we'll put the velvet and Russian roulette down here. And then I'll put a 3 image slot for that. Let me see. Do I have filler slots for that? I think I do. I do. All right, so let's put those in as well. All right, move on to, for the next release, this is when they started to do 2 photo cards per member, so that will have to be on its own page. And that is for Rookie. So I'm going ahead and pop in her nameplate there. I only have 1 version photo card, so that will go there. And then I will pop in her filler slot for the second photo card. All right, so the next album they released is their Red Summer. Red Summer? Yeah. Red Summer album. And this also has 2 photo cards per member. So I do have both photo cards for Yeti. So I'm going to pop these into the sleeves and into the 9-pocket page. And I will create the 3 image at a later date. The next release is their second studio album. Is it the Red? I don't know. Which one is this called? Perfect Velvet? Yeah, we'll go with that. Perfect Velvet. All right, so this one also had 2 photo cards per member. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in the photo cards into the sleeve. And that is it for that album. They did a repackage album with one of my favorite title tracks, Bad Boy. And this was for the Perfect Red Velvet album. So I will go ahead and pop in her nameplate. This also had 2 photo cards per member, but I only have 1. So we'll go ahead and pop her in. And do I have? I do. Here is a filler slot for the second one. And that is the Perfect Red Velvet. Their next release was RBB, Really Bad Boy. My voice cracked again. It's too early in the morning. All right. That is a lie. That is not their next album. Oh yes, that's right. Their next album they released was Summer Magic. Summer Magic has 3 photo cards, 2 photo cards and a transparent, which is probably why I don't have a filler slot. So we'll go ahead and pop in the photo cards because I don't need a nameplate. I don't have the transparent card yet. That one's a little bit hard to find, but when I do, I will put it in the first page here. All right, that makes more sense. Okay, so yeah, Summer Magic came right after Really Bad Boy. Not Really Bad Boy. Summer Magic came right after Bad Boy, so that is that page. And then came Really Bad Boy. Right, this one has 2 photo cards per member as well. I only have 1, so we'll pop in that card there. And we'll get her filler page. And we'll pop that there. And that is Really Bad Boy. And then we move on to their latest releases, which was their trilogy, the Reva Festival. And we'll start with day 1. So I have that. I think this came with 3 photo cards and the Kino, but I could be wrong. But that's how I'm going to set it up for now. All right, so I double checked and it does come with 4 photo cards, the guidebook version, the 2 day 1 versions, and the Kino. So that is how I'm going to set up this page. All right, so that is completed. I'll put a 3-image slot on the bottom to fully complete that page. And we'll move on to day 2. Day 2, I believe, is the same format. So I am going to put the nameplate first and the album image second. Now I only have 2 of the photo cards. I don't know which one is which. I'm going to assume this is the guide book version. So we'll go ahead and put her up there. And this will be the day 2 version photo card. That will go there. I have an image slot for the day 2 version. Second photo card, and the keynote will go here. I don't have a nameplate for it, unfortunately. So that will just be empty until I fix that. But that is day 2. And we'll move on to the finale version. This is just going to be a page setup as my album is on the way. So I believe, what do I have here? So I have scrapbook, finale. Scrapbook, finale. Why do I feel like there's supposed to be a third one? Scrapbook 3. Okay, perfect. So that's how it's going to be set up. So her nameplate is actually going to go in the middle this time. All right, so that page is set up for when I get the albums and the photo cards. That is their day 3 or their finale version of their latest trilogy and the last album of Red Velvet so far. So that will complete that section of my binder. So let's move on to NCT. This is going to be a big chunk. So we'll put in the divider page. So we're going to start with NCT 127. Just because they're the ones who debuted first. Well, technically NCT U debuted first, but they didn't have any photo cards or any physical releases. So NCT 127 is the first physical release. And in their first release, I collect a few members actually, but Jaehyun was the only member I collected in the first release. So he's the only one going to be on this page. All right, so that is for Fire Truck. Completed their next release. They added in some new members, and that is when I began to collect Johnny as well as Jaehyun for 127. So we will go ahead and put in Johnny and Jaehyun. Johnny is the only photo card I have so far for Cherry Bomb. So we'll go ahead and put him there. And it was only 1 photo card per member. So we'll go ahead and pop in some album images to fill those spots. Perfect. And here we go. Found Jaehyun's filler slot for Cherry Bomb. Perfect, so that is that album. We'll move on to their next release, which was their first full album. And that is when a new member was added in to the unit. So that's when I decided to collect 3 members. Johnny, Jaehyun, and Jungwoo. I believe Jungwoo's younger than Jaehyun. If I'm wrong, I will switch that at another day. But until then, we'll go ahead and pop these guys in. So this album came with 2 photo cards per member, which fits nicely onto 9 pockets. All right, so I have 1 Johnny. This is the white back version. I have both of Jaehyun. Perfect. And none for Jungwoo yet. So let's put that in there. I don't even have filler slots for him, so that will remain blank, but that is what that page will look like. Okay. Next up is their Regulate album, which was the repackage. So we have Jaehyun. Oh, that is wrong. Jaehyun, Johnny, and Jungwoo. And I believe this album only came with one photo card per member, so I'm going to have to make more filler slots for that. But let's go ahead and pop the cards I do have. So I have Jaehyun's, and that is it. Johnny's Regulate photo card will go at the top, and Jungwoo's, when I get it, will go there, and I'll fill that. But that is what that page will look like. And their next release for 127 is Superhuman. All right, so we have Johnny, Jaehyun, and Jungwoo. Perfect. All right, we have Johnny's photo card here. And we have Jaehyun's photo card as well. And we can't forget, this is when they started to do circle cards. So we have Johnny, and Jaehyun, perfect. And then I will put Jungwoo's down below. And that is it for 127 until their next release, which is Kick It. I already have those pre-ordered as well, so when those come in, I will make a page for that album. But until then, we will move on to the full group, which they did a album release in 2018 called NCT 2018. So that is when I decided to collect all the members that I liked from each unit, as they are now one group. And that includes Jaehyun, Jeno, Jisung, Johnny, Kun, and Lucas. So we'll put them in age order, which I believe Johnny is still the oldest. And I believe Kun comes next. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jaehyun is older than Lucas, but I could be wrong. Lucas, Jeno, and Jisung will go on another page. All right. So this album came with 2 photo cards per member. So this is the black backed version. This is the rainbow version. Go there. Oh, but that's not Jaehyun. It's down there. Here we have Kun. Black back version. And Jaehyun's black version. And Kun's rainbow version. Right, I'm just missing Johnny's rainbow backed version. So that will go at the top here. So that's it for that page. And then we'll insert a new 9-pocket sleeve for Lucas, Jeno, and Jisung. Perfect. So Jeno, we have the rainbow back. Lucas, the rainbow back. And Jisung, the black. Backed version. We'll go there. We'll put Jeno's filler there. Lucas's filler there. And Jisung's filler down below. All right, so that is empathy. And now we'll move on to Dream. So for Dream, their first two releases only had one photo card per member. So I will do, I'm gonna have to redo these, unfortunately. I did put names on them, but unfortunately I'm going to have to remove the name and just have the album image for the first and their second release. So until then, I'll just do one of each. So we'll put that one up there. We'll put that one down there. All right. This is Jeno's card for the first, so that will go there. And this is Jisung's card for Weyoung, or yeah, I'm gonna say Weyoung, so that will go down below. I'll put a filler slot up here for Jisung, and a filler slot for Jeno down here. And then I'll put a 3-image slot there. And their next release has 2 photo cards per member, so that will be fine for this page. We'll put Jisung here, Jeno here, like so. Jeno. Jeno, perfect. I don't have any of Jisung's cards for this album, so this is what we'll do. Perfect, so that page is done. And then for their latest comeback, We Boom. This came with 3 photo cards per member, so I didn't create a slot for any of that. So we'll go ahead and just pop in the members here. Perfect. So that is that. I'll put a 3-image slot down below. And we move on to the next unit for NCT, which is WayV. And I only collect Kun and WayV. So their first 2 releases have 1 photo card and 1 circle card each. So I will go ahead and pop those in there. I don't have the takeoff version yet, as that one was not widely released. So it's a little bit hard to get a hold of. But I do have his Take Over the Moon photo card because I did purchase that album. And I don't have his Circle card. That I believe is coming in a trade. So I'll just put a filler slot there. And that'll be WayV. And then the last, not NCT, but the last SM group I have to put in the binder is SuperM. So I'm going to do that. They released a North American version and a Korean version with 2 photo cards per member per version. So that is that. I don't have the Korean version, so I'm going to put filler slots for Lucas there. And filler slots for Lucas there. But I do have the North American photo cards, so we'll go ahead and pop those at the top. Like so, and I will have a 3-image slot for the bottom. And I believe that is it. So let's go ahead and do a flip through real quick. We'll start with Girls' Generation. We have O, Hoot, The Boys and Mr. Taxi, Lionheart, Holiday Night, OGG, and special album cards for Hyoyeon. Then we'll move on to Red Velvet. So this is their first 4 releases. We have Ice Cream Cake, The Red, The Velvet, and Russian Roulette. And then Rookie, Red Summer, Perfect Velvet, The Perfect Red Velvet, Summer Magic, RBB, River Festival Day 1, River Festival Day 2, and River Festival Finale. And then the next group, NCT 127, we have Fire Truck, Cherry Bomb, Regular Irregular, Regulate, Superhuman. Then we have NCT 2018 album, Empathy. Then we have NCT Dream with The First and We Young. Then We Go Up. And then We Boom. And then we have WayV with Take Off and Take Over the Moon. And finally, SuperM with SuperM. All right. Thank you guys for watching. That was my SM binder organization video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please give it a like. Stay tuned, as I do have one more organization video coming your way, and that is my other groups that don't fit into the categories that I have my other binders in. So that will be my general binder. So stay tuned for that. But until then, I will see you later. Bye-bye.